pitter patter. My guy Calvin Ridley gets suspended for the 2022 NFL season. What's going on, everybody? Chris Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media. News was put out today that Calvin Ridley had bet last year on some NFL games. It didn't say exactly what games. It doesn't even matter what games. But apparently, what I read on ESPN was that he was betting like what $1,500 on games. Now, they're sports fan. I'm not a gambler. I don't bet money. Some of you out there do. You know who you are. I don't. I don't really think anybody in our community really bets much. I mean, we talk about spread and line, and if we would take a team to cover or whatever. But I can understand fans doing it. How do I feel about a player betting on games, though? If you're betting on your own team, I think that's just straight. I don't know what word I want to use. I'm at a loss. But you get what I'm saying. But even for other games, like, okay, Calvin Ridley's with the Falcons. Let's say if he was betting on the Bengals and the Rams in that Super Bowl, right? Forget the outcome. But let's say going into that, I'm not sure what games he bet on. But he's suspended for this whole 2022-23 season of NFL. He is gone. Because he bet. Now, I mean, you can say who you want to win. But should this really be that big of a deal? Yes! Oh my gosh. Leave it to the experts in Vegas. Why is a football player focused on making money? He's already making money just playing games. Heck, even if you don't take a single snap on the field, you're under contract, you're making a lot of money. Just sitting your tail on the bench. Now here you are, you're trying to make more money off games. Like betting, I guarantee he's betting against the Bucks and Brady because he's on the Falcons or something. And again, I love Calvin Ridley. I think he's a great athlete even still with the Falcons. I think he's a good receiver. I'm sure he's got a good heart. He made a simple mistake. He screwed up. But really, why is an NFL player going to go and gamble on football games? Why? And now he's suspended. You know what the league would do to a coach? I guarantee you they fire a coach. Like if Mike Tomlin was betting on the Steelers' odds to make him win the Super Bowl. You imagine what they do to Mike Tomlin? You imagine what they would do to BA if he bet Tampa would win the first game of the season? You know what they would do? And now here they are. And all they're going to do is suspend Calvin Ridley, which I think is appropriate. I'm not here to argue against the NFL's decision or the Falcons or whoever made this. Calvin Ridley does deserve some sort of consequence. Now he's out the whole season. How is this going to impact the Falcons? Necessarily in the draft. They got a top receiver in Calvin Ridley. Now, I understand the past few years, obviously the Falcons have struggled in some areas, right? They got to draft this year, take a quarterback, just kind of fix up what's been broken, whatever they got to do. They got to make the right moves in the draft. But do they got to find a new receiver now? I mean, wow. Man. And Calvin Ridley's got a good heart. You know, he hasn't really been suspended for anything. He seems like a really good guy, and in his interviews, he seems like he's got good character. He was very great at Alabama. He comes into Atlanta, and I've never really heard anybody say anything bad about Calvin Ridley. I've never heard anything negative. Now he's gambling, which, I mean, there's a lot of worse, believe me, like the Henry Ruggs stuff a few months ago. This is a slap on the wrist compared to like what a guy like Henry Ruggs did, right? We're not even going to get into that. But here's the point. Forget who it is. If you're an NFL player, whether it's on your team or not, and you're betting on NFL games, It's just, and again, is it cowardly? I don't know if that's the word I want to use. But anyway, the suspension for an NFL player betting on games, I think, is appropriate. Out for the season, though, is that a little too much? Maybe, maybe not. I understand. I think I saw Jacob Watson's video, and he was pretty ticked off. But then again, he's a Falcons fan. I'm not even upset about this. I mean, I hate that it had to beat my guy Calvin Ridley, but it's like, really? Forget who bet. Just the fact that an NFL player is going around placing bets on games before, let alone the draft, going ahead and placing bets on like a Super Bowl odd for the Falcons or whatever he was betting on. It's just really stupid and immature. I think that is just dumb. I think obviously, like I said, I agree with the suspension. Right? Should it be the whole season? Maybe it should. I'm not going to sit here and say that something's got to happen. I just forget suspension or no suspension. If you're an NFL player, keep your money in your pockets. Don't gamble. Just go out and play the game. Man, this is ridiculous. I've said my thoughts on this. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good day. Love y'all.